for you to join with us because
And you need the T-shirt.
yeah, we gotta tell them about t-shirts. And the first 2 or 3 years of marriage is the most crucial time when divorce can happen, things can happen because you're changing ever so changing.
Newness and hell altogether.
Yes, because the thing is that it's one thing to date someone and call someone, and there's another thing to live with someone.
Oh Jesus.
So one person can be very tidy and the next person can be very sloppy. One person can snore and the other person doesn't snore. The other person can be very much so, they like to talk all the time and the other person is quiet. So the whole point is that you got to learn to be in the same ship and learn to co-captain.
And how to balance.
And how to do a co-captain of the ship, because
but that's where the balance.
If the ship goes over, then it's because somebody or whatever did not take along, they didn't balance the ship properly, or didn't take the turn of what they were supposed to do, or when it was their turn. The whole point is that when and when we were growing up, it was almost like, if the man is the head and the woman is,
the tail,
and that we do not prescribe to that. The whole point is that we prescribe to the point is that we are co-captains in this thing.
You better have a good co-captain.
Yeah, absolutely. And
you better.
And that is true.
Get out my life. Yes, you better.
Because the whole point is that when you are in a relationship, from sickness to health, sometimes your mate can be sick and you need to take the wheel. You need to take the wheel. And the whole thing is, yes, we're king and queen here. However, the whole point is that sometimes we both wear crowns. And
she likes to turn my neck all the time.
And I turn his neck where I need to be, because he said we're the neck, and they said we're the neck, and we turn the women towards what we turn the men to what we needed to be. The whole point is that when you need to learn your strengths, you need to learn that this relationship is for the long haul. Now, why getting into a marriage when you're ready to bounce the next year? It's because you didn't put into any type of work that you needed to put into it. Now, with this being said,
you mean there was no investment?
That's a very good thing.
There was no investment in the relationship. Now think about it, and I'm specifically talking to the brothers out there. Think about it. If you are thinking about investing in, say, a car or real estate, I like real estate better because real estate at least appreciates. A car is going to depreciate. If you're really thinking about investing in things that will appreciate, that means gain value over time. You're going to take your time and do your investigation. If you're smart, you're going to do your due diligence. If you're smart, if you're just one of those individuals that says, oh, they said that if I give them $1,000, it's going to turn into $10,000 in 2 weeks, and you're that person that gives up that $1,000, you're going to understand one day why you are in the position that you are in. And the same thing goes in relationships. If you're playing Russian roulette, regardless of it's a male or a female, and we don't have to go into genitalia, but if you're just playing Russian roulette every so often just to get almost like a fix, or just to get, just to prove that, I was able to tap that, I was able to get him, or he got me a bag, and I was able to do this to her. After a while, it becomes so it becomes so childish that it's like, after a while, it's like, are you really putting yourself out there to that point where, your body could be spread out? And we don't need to delve into, celebrities and things of that nature, because, there's celebrities and athletes who have their seeds spread all over the place. And initially, those couple of minutes of fun was so great. I got this model chick. And next thing you know, you're wondering why the next 18 to 21 years of your life, you trying to curse the ground that she walked on or he walked on.
But that's why we said about the age. It's when you trying to, I think.
No, but it goes back. No, but I'm going back to the fact of investment.
Yeah,
and that when
investing in yourself.
But that investment starts with understanding, and it goes. I'm gonna bring it all to the head. If you're gonna invest in that house, you're gonna check all over the place. You're gonna get the inspection done. You're going to make sure that you have the right, if you need a down payment, you're going to make sure you save the right, down payment. Now think about it like this, and then you're gonna eventually want to get to the point that you close. See, it's the same thing in that relationship. If you're really courting, during that time of courting, she should be inspecting him. He should be inspecting her. Make sure, and even sometimes you gotta check family members because that dynamic will come into the relationship as well.
Definitely.
And then when you start looking at it, and during the season of doing your due diligence with each other, as you continue to grow, and we're investing this time, because time is something you'll never get back. You can lose money, you can lose material things, you can get those things back. Time, and we've dealt with couples in the past, and we've dealt with individuals who we've counseled, and that's the worst. That's the one thing that we tell people: don't waste my time. Yeah. Don't even waste our time. When we talk about the couple motivators and stuff like that, that's why we allowed ourselves to even reassess ourselves and go back to the drawing board, because a lot of people remember us from the couples TV show and things that we was doing, almost a year to 18 months ago, and we put that stuff on pause. Why? Because number one, we wanted to make sure it wasn't that we didn't have the information or the things to share, but we wanted a stronger foundation. So when we came back, and we're here to express what's within us and what we've learned, and the dialogue that we can create, we wanted to make sure that it was much more structured.
Let's just be truthful. We were going through it. We didn't. Let's put it out there. I mean, we were contemplating not being together anymore.
Yeah, I had to put her in her place. She had to it's trying to put me in mine. But anyway, we're here now.
Gregory.
We are in.
We had to, that's serious. Be serious, because this.
No, but there was times
season that we had to really go,
and we had to reassess, and that's good. And think about even what Cheryl is saying right now. We decided to go through counseling, not just because we thought that the D word was on the table, which it actually wasn't, but we realized that, wait a minute, the time that we've invested in each other, if we're not going to sit here and get some help and not try to act like, oh, we just know everything under the sun, as as stuff is falling all over the place, but it's all good. But if we're not going to respect the time that we invested, ain't worrying about the money or worrying about what fees and stuff like that or materialistic guys. We had to invest in ourselves, and through that, there were certain things that we saw on both sides, and through that, it allows us to grow, because now you're not sitting there just saying that, oh, it's all his fault, or you're sitting there saying, oh, it's all her fault. When you become one, and even though you're still individuals, when that merger happens, and it goes back to the scenarios I was talking about in reference to closing on that house. You've done your due diligence, your courting season, you've checked all the pipes, you did all the stuff, you had the inspection, you make sure she's clean, you make sure he's clean. Everything is on that. Now we're ready to get to closing. You know what that closing is, man? That ceremony, regardless of you feel you need $100,000 expression, or if you can do like what we did initially and went to the courthouse. And then we decided later on that we would invest in a proper way to express our love at a later time, because there were certain other things that we were focused on and that we were allowing ourselves to be focused on at the time. And either way, it's still up to you. There's no bad scenario. Everyone's walk is their walk. But one of the things that you're going to learn from dealing with us here at the Couples Motivators, we're going to help you enhance your walk. We're going to help you at times, see that, as she's pulled my card at times, that I was wrong. I was wrong in certain situations. There are times I had to pull her card. And as much as before, there would have been a time that I'm stubborn, and I'll be the first to put up my hand in a minute. And my wife, I married myself. I married my doppelganger. And then there were times that she would be, okay, I'm going to reaffirm. When you have two alphas dealing with each other, after a while, you sometimes need that mediation to come through the middle to be like, you know what? It's not about proving who has the bigger roar, who has the bigger bark, or who has the bigger bite. It's about stop worrying about those things and just realize, wait a minute, if you created this den, then work it out. And that's where